Hello, everyone. It's a huge pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Agnieszka. I would like to start by remarking their, her significant contribution. She is a fellow at Python Software Foundation and the release manager of Ansible at Red Hat. She led PyLadies effort in India and now is an organizer of PyLadies Stockholm. Today, Agnese will talk about Pyladies and Purpose, the snakes and ladders, a tale of winding progress. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Hello, my ladies. Bye, ladies. Hello from the land of Santa Claus, Sweden. Yeah, I know there are some friends of my fellow Pi ladies, Finnish friends, who will vehemently disagree with me. But I am pretty stubborn on this point. Santa is ours. But we will all unanimously agree that Pi ladies is ours. Pyladies is all of ours, and we belong to Pyladies, and Pyladies belongs to us. I have done a few adventurous things in my life, like moving from 22 degrees latitude to 59 degrees latitude, married a person within 2 meetings. Yes, I am brave. Transitioned from criminal law to matrimony and to property law, practicing all of them, and quitting my successful career as a mortgage lawyer and diving into something I didn't know anything about, which is technology, computers, and building my career, my life in here. All those were very, very difficult and painstaking. The journey was very difficult for all of them. But in all of them, there's one thing which actually made me stick to it: the necessity of the decision, the passion for the aim, the love, the belief for the goal, the purpose. The definition of purpose says the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists, the motivation behind something. Now, when I look back, I see these purposes changing and shifting from over the times. It was primarily me and solely me till 2015. There's something which happened in 2015, like a major shift in my happened in my life. Pi became my purpose. No. Not our Pi, but my Pi, my daughter. Shaping this little human being became my purpose, became my priority. So I was working as a mortgage lawyer with banks back then. It had long working hours, and Pi was completely on breast milk. So I decided, and I needed to stay more with her. I needed more time with her. I could not continue that job. So I decided to change my career. So what should I do? One thing I was very, very clear about: I want to do something to do with law, something to do with law and legal. And also something I wanted to use my knowledge for the betterment of the future generation. So my motherhood gave me a purpose. But what can I do? Now, let me give you an honest feedback about breastfeeding. It is great, but it's boring. So I started reading all the books available in the house while feeding Pi. All my interesting books were finished. And then I had no choice to actually go and find some from my husband's rack, like some boring technology and computer books. But over there, I found a very interesting book. This book actually talks about technology and law, intellectual property, and open source software. That book gave me direction, which fulfills my purpose. And I decided to work in the intersection of technology, community, and law. But why did I think that me working here is going to change everything? Because our law is troubled with multifaceted problems, from poverty, refugee crisis, global warming, rise of fascism, and on top of that, there are active wars going on. Synergy of both law and technology, like, do not solve the problem like that, but it at least provides the platform leading to those solutions. Why do I say that? Our current world is built using technology, using computers. The laws which helped us so far needs to be amended, changed, reformed to fit into our new reality. Our makers, legal framework makers need to understand technology, and the technologists who make those technologies need to understand the law. So, law and technology became my choice, my decision. Now, I have taken a decision, and this is a choice I made. But were I confident about the decision? Yes, I was confident about the decision because I surely believe in this era of technology. You can only make changes when you have an intersection of technology, law, and community. But it was very hard for me. Like, how can I work in, like, I decided, but how can I proceed? How can I like do something about it? Because what I understood about code was this: but not our code, like not the computer programs. So the library for me was a room full of books, not something full of codes. So what should I do? How can I take the first step? I took the first step after a lot of thought. I thought that I am a law. I want to be working with law and policy. So it's like I read terms like linking and loading. So I thought that C is the language for me. I started with C and failed miserably. So I took my refuge in English like Python. Okay, here print means printing something, showing something. Like I could literally translate my thoughts into programming language, into Pythonic language. And then it is called the code. How cool is that? Then came the next layer of struggle. How should I learn Python? A course, Python documentation. Like what, where, how? But before going to the story further, a little introduction about this storyteller. Hello, I am Anwesha. I'm a Python Software Foundation Fellow. I'm a software engineer at Red Hat. I work as an Ansible release manager in Red Hat. Ansible is an open source project. It is marked as one of the critical projects in PyPI. So I feel very proud about being in this position. I'm a PyLadies organizer. I led the PyLadies efforts in India, and now after moving here in Stockholm, Sweden, I organize PyLadies Stockholm as well. I'm an organizer for PyLadies Stockholm as well. And also there are some group of ladies, we are trying to build up a group called PyLadies Scandinavia. There will be some announcements really soon, I hope. Also, as I said before, I am a lawyer and also I am a dancer. Now, back to the story. But this happened in practice every time I tried to read something. So I needed a solid plan. I understood that I won't be able to do it all by myself. I need some people to help me. I need a safe a safe environment, a group where I can learn. But I did not have time to enroll myself in a university or somewhere. So I thought, where can I get myself then? A place where I will not be judged for my shortcomings, for me not knowing things and making mistakes, a secured shelter and surrounded by with some understanding friends who will be in the same journey as me. Then I got PyLadies. I was living in Pune city, a city in India back then, and we did not have a PyLadies chapter. So I reboot like active PyLadies chapter. So I rebooted the PyLadies Pune, and I initiated my Pythonic adventure there back in 2016, and then came the and then I came to this new continent and started my PyLadies journey over here. And I'm really glad that I could continue bringing this group together. I led PyLadies efforts in India. When I started, there was only one active chapter in India. And then when I left India, rather before COVID, it went up to 8 PyLadies chapters, which is like very, very amazing. Now, when I started PyLadies, I started it with a very selfish purpose that I want to learn Python. But when I look back and I see that I have touched so many lives in this whole journey, and they are doing like we are. I have I could actually multiply the effect. There are so many people I helped in some smaller bits somewhere, some in back in some time, and they are helping others. And there are so many people who are helping me. They might have been helped by someone else before. So I created this group. I am a part and became a part of this group which I call the home, my home, PyLadies. And just before the talk started, Maria and we were having this conversation, and she was like, "How are you feeling about the talk?" And it's like, "I'm very nervous." By the way, she helped me to find out the name for the talk, along with one of my other friend, Jason. So I was very nervous, and Maria said, "I don't know why I'm also nervous." And I said, because that is a connection. That is a PyLadies connect. When you talk about PyLadies, you actually talk about an ethos, a community. We have a sense of feeling. When I go to conferences and I see someone with a PyLadies sticker, or just say that I'm a PyLadies member from this and this country, from this and this continent, I'm like, okay, but we have something in similar. So that is what PyLadies is for us. This PyLadies Connect is so strong. I really want to mention about two wonderful human beings over here. One is Jody and one is Teresa. I was having a very, very bad time during EuroPython, and I was going through my anxiety and depression. Jody actually sat down with the whole for the whole closing session with me. She did not went up to the stage where she was like she had to, and she just held my hand and sat over there. Thank you, Jody. Thank you so much for that. You I don't know whether Jody knows about this, that she has actually took me out of took me out from a blank. Okay, this is too emotional. Okay, now being so emotional is not good. Not good. Okay, I am not good. I can't do this. I'm actually giving a very bad talk. Oh, dear, dear imposter syndrome. I know many of you feel this. When I am giving this talk right now, I am not giving a good talk, but I'm actually trying to give. So imposter syndrome is a very real thing. It comes to us time and again. We face it time and again. But when you face it, just remember that you are not alone. To how to fix it, there is no quick fix, especially when we are like talking about technology. Sorry, popping the bubble for you, but there is no quick fix. Unfortunately, this is the hard truth. There will be books which says the books, there will be videos which will say that learn programming in 2 hours or learn programming in 10 days, learn Python in 5 days. No, you cannot learn Python in 5 days. Nobody can be good at something within that short period of time. I wish I would have known it better, because I fell into that trap before joining PyLadies. I really wish that I did know this before, like during 2016. Please have a look at this amazing blog post by Peter Norvig. I think it is going to help. It is going to help a lot. Also about this particular blog post, like whenever I feel that I'm not being able to do something, I am not achieving something, or like I am bad, I am not good enough, I actually go and read those blog posts and try to do the same thing again and again. Now, how did I learn? We had a panel. We had a panel like today in the conference, like so there was a question in the panel which has been raised, whether we can learn something with open source. Now, I very bluntly I will say that I haven't done any courses in technology. In technology, like I haven't attended a university, because I have had like studied law, and also I have my master's in law. I did not go to any university. I did not go to any boot camp. What I learned, I have learned via open source. When we talk about open source brings with it a knowledge which is open, the ethos which is open. You will be able to get mentors. You will be able to do so many things which is not related, which is not being taught in an engineering institute. Like how to communicate, how to use GitHub, how to ask smart questions, how to ask effective questions, how to actually explain your problems, or like while you won't be able to meet that person. You actually get to know a lot about others' cultures as well, and it's great for networking. So open source, I think Daphne asked that question. So Daphne, if you are hearing this, definitely you can learn from open source, but you have to make a plan. There are so many varied things in the open source realm. There is the knowledge is in abundance. You have to learn something which goes with your plan, which fits your plan. Then and open source also taught me something very, very important, that forcing myself to practice deliberate practice. At times I feel very I feel very bad that I'm doing the same thing again and again and again, but I try to do that. Do I succeed always? No, but I have wonderful mentors who actually help me to keep on the path. And sometimes I actually curse them that, why are you telling me to do the same thing? I know this, but they I don't leave them, and they are wonderful not to leave me. And they say that do the same thing until and unless it becomes your muscle memory. So Boring is good. Be bored. There is nothing which comes easy. And also, open source, working in the open source ecosystem uh, taught me another very important thing, that it is very important to fail. Like we have to, like this is a phrase, the fail often and fail faster. Now, this is completely stands in antithesis to what I have been taught as a lawyer. As a lawyer, I am not allowed to fail. When I fail, there are real life consequences. There are real life immediate consequences. People do get to jail. People do have to pay a lot of money. My clients will suffer immediate effect. But when we write code, that code might hurt some people, or does our code does hurt some people somewhere in the world. But I don't see them. I don't see those consequences right now and then and there. That is a very important discussion, I think, which needs to happen, which is technology, like engineering and ethics. Okay, leaving that thought behind, now you need to fail and fail faster. This is something till now I struggle the most with, but like I cannot. I'm a very bad failure, and I'm a very bad loser. But I'm trying to be a little bit better, one step at a time. And this is also I'm not good at. By the way, I'm giving many of these advices to you. Do you think, like, don't ever think that I am good and great with all of them? No, I have them. I'm sharing them with you, and then as the Pyladies ethos go, we'll try to learn with each other in the same journey. Protect yourself. There will be many people who will be trying to gaslight you, to say something nasty to you. Protect yourself fiercely. Protect your tribe fiercely. And like, protect your tribe fiercely, like what Teresa did for me. When I was sad and upset about an incident, she actually reached out for help to me. What Carol did when some like unknown troll came and saying nasty things about me getting selected in as a PyCon speaker, she came and protected me. So not only protect yourself, protect your tribe. Your tribe will come for you. Now, this is also keeps in the antithesis of me as a lawyer. As a lawyer, we are not supposed to market ourselves. This is actually against Advocates Act in India. So, but here it's very different. You have to champion yourself. You have to raise your voice, and you have to say that, okay, I have done something like this. Yes, I know there are imposter syndrome. There are there will be questions which will be coming, but you have to be your own champion. But how can you do that? You can write blog posts and deliver talks. If blog post seems little daunting, you can start with small LinkedIn posts, and then you can convert them into blog posts. And then you can convert those work into your talks. Now, there are two things. While I like the instant effect which LinkedIn gives, but I personally I'm an old person. I really like the ideas for blog post, which actually stays. And also delivering talks while you are please try to deliver talks. Don't think that you will not be good enough for a particular talk, or you'll have a lot of failure. Your talks will not be accepted, but it's okay. There is no problem in it. And with Pyladies, you can actually find mentors. You can actually go and ask your fellow Pyladies, an expert on the subject, and just checking that, hey, can you just check my talk? Do you think it would be nice? Like in Europe, we have PyCon Italia coming, and PyCon US is also coming. The CFPs are open, so if you want, like those two are like two are very nice conferences, amazing to network and meet good people. So please consider to give talks. And then comes make boundaries. There are like hundreds of conferences happening all over the globe. You won't be able to do everything. So, and you have to know your limitations. You have to make boundaries. We as women who are subjected to patriarchy for such a long time, we are very bad at making boundaries. We keep feeling bad if we do something for ourselves. So and I do the same thing. If like this today is a Saturday, I'm giving a keynote, but oh, my daughter never had her dinner, so am I a bad mother? Those questions will be coming. But keep boundaries that, okay, I can do this. I won't be able to give you dinner now. PyLadies keynote is important, is the dream for me. So I have to do it. Dinner can wait. So make boundaries, put limitations. That is very, very important. And also, since I know there are many PyLadies organizers over here, there are many PyLadies, aspiring PyLadies organizers, I hope are here listening to me right now or maybe later, that there are certain things, there are certain feedbacks and advices for us, that try to make personal connection with your group. It gives that sense of belonging to each of the members. Try to connect with them personally, on a personal level. It is not going to happen in the first meeting, of course, but try to have conversation so that you can actually help these women, your group, to have a wholesome progress. Respect each other. Another very interesting conversation that happened in the panel led by Chiu, that how this transition, like what is the biggest problem in the transition? Like people do call themselves junior. Like I used to call myself, I'm a junior, aspiring, wannabe, newbie, technologist. No, I may be new to technology, but I'm coming, like I'm talking about myself back in 2016, that I came with a lot of legal knowledge, which is very, very important. When people talk about data, when they talk about NumPy and Pandas, I actually think about privacy. I actually think about security. I think about GDPR. So it's very, very different. Like it's very different for many of us who are coming from a different stream of education. Now the sense, and as I said before, give your members sense of belonging. Cooperate. Do not look down upon someone. Try to cooperate with them. Try to give them the space. Try to give them the encouragement so that you can actually make their journey of career transition, starting something new, or helping them in this journey. And remember, it is not my community, it is our community. So we might have started PyLadies way before, but it is not only ours. If it is ours, it is our failure. If it is everybody's, then it is a success. Have open channel for conversation where people can give you honest feedback. Have a channel for open feedback, people, so that people can be honest with you, and also try to improve, try to work on those feedback. If you do not agree on something, try to have a conversation, a communication. Do not shut down the way of communication. This is something in my opinion, I think that in Pyladies community, we have to work really hard not to shutting down the conversations or the feedback. Also, reward and recognition. We often fail to, the society fails us recognizing our achievements as women. But in Pyladies, we have a platform. Why don't we do that? I am really, really thankful to Chuk. She has actually made this change and started this recognition program in Pyladies. I'm so glad. Thank you, Chuk, for this. And now this is the favorite spot for me. This is the favorite slide of mine. That I won't be able to please everyone, but at least I do need to please myself. I do need to be happy for myself. So thank you all. Thank you, like everyone, Pyladies. Thank you. Let's cheer for each other. Let's be connected. And yeah, I do not know whether I have time for questions.
Thank you, Anwesha, for this personal and inspiring keynote. I love it. Thank you so much. Sadly, we don't have time for questions, but you can leave the questions in Discord, and our speaker gonna answer all your questions. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.